What's up, YouTube, and welcome back to Black's Gaming, and today we are going to be playing Sword Art Online Fatal Blood, and today I will be going over how you can farm legendary accessories at a fast and extremely efficient rate. I'll be going over the recommended setup, the enemies you'll be farming for the accessories, and the locations to farm from. But first things first though, if you've been around for a while or are new to the channel, be sure to like, subscribe, and share the video around, as it helps to get these videos out to more people, as well as the YouTube algorithm. And with that being said, let's hop into the video, everybody. For the first segment of today's video, I will go over the setup I recommend to ensure you the fastest and most efficient way of pulling this method off. The first and most important tip for today's farming method is the Accessory Cologne from Argo. If you don't know what that is or haven't heard of it in a while, don't worry, I got you, fam. What we'll need to do first is head to the Urban District in the SBC Glocken. Once you've spawned in, you'll look to your right and you'll notice Argo is in the corner over here. You'll head on over to Argo, interact with her, and you'll tell her that you'd like to exchange information. Now, depending on where you are in the story, you may or may not be able to choose this option, but don't worry, you'll unlock this dialogue option as you progress to the main game. Once you select the option to buy information, you'll then notice there are three different colognes. There's the barrel cologne, the accessory cologne, and the chip cologne. You'll want to obtain all of these for the end game eventually, but for the purpose of today's video, we'll just want to focus on the accessory cologne. The description reads, an item that makes all accessories dropped in dungeons and fields legendary for a set period of time after purchase. The effect is inactive and its timer paused in the SBC Glocken and the lobby. Now that we know what the cologne does, we can move over to the next part of the setup. The next tip in getting this method to work is utilizing your luck stat. The more CP you have attributed towards your character's luck stat will yield you a higher chance in getting higher rarity equipment, as well as an increase in drop rate. Your accessories come with memory chips, and some can even drop specifically geared towards increasing your character's main stat attributes, those being strength, vitality, intelligence, agility, dexterity, and luck. What you'll need to do is head over to your equipment, go to your accessories, and filter out any memory chips that you have that contain the luck stat or rare item drop or both. Doing this will increase the chances of an enemy dropping a legendary item when defeated. My other recommendation, that you use a fast firing weapon that does decent damage. Personally, I recommend using the AR Ninja 3 if you have it. If you don't have it, I have a video detailing where to get it and some tips on how to go about the encounter you'll be facing to obtain it. Ideally though, I'd use an AR in the first slot and a sidearm in the second slot. You'll want to equip Power Field and Guard Field for damage and defense, plus they last longer than Power Form and Guard Form. First Aid Kit too if you have it, and Human Fortress so you don't get flinched or stun locked by enemies should you get dinked in the head. Now that we have covered the initial setup, it's time to talk about the locations in which you can farm for the accessories. For the first location to do our farming, it will be the Solitary Sands. What you'll do first is open up your map, select the Solitary Sands location, select field, and then select the lighthouse. Once you've spawned, you'll start to go down the hill from the lighthouse. You'll notice there are a few automatons around you. Quickly take them out and continue to make your way down the hill. You'll notice that there are bees that spawn. These are the enemies that you will want to take out in order to farm for accessories. Once you take the bees out, turn back around and go a little ways back up the hill towards the lighthouse. Go back a little ways down the hill and the bees will spawn again. You can do this loop as many times as you want or need until you think you've gotten enough accessories to drop. Alright, and for our second location, we're going to go to the White Frontier. So we're going to go to our map, go to the White Frontier over here. We're going to select Field, and then we're going to do the Meteorological Institute Ruins. Next, we're going to go ahead and buff ourselves up. We're going to go ahead and head up this hill from the big door over here. And there's going to be these Fastimills waiting for us. We're going to go ahead and just take these guys out real quick. Alright, and once you've taken those Fastimills out, you're going to see this artillery cannon up here, and then there is a golden shock levystone right here, and then we're just going to shoot this artillery cannon. It can't hit you from down here because the actual cannons can't look down this far. So we're going to go ahead and take this thing out real quick, and then we will make our way up the hill. Alright, and once you've killed the artillery cannon and the shock levystone, what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to UFG our way up to where the artillery cannon once was, which is right at here at this peak. So we're actually going to UFG our way up there right now, and once you get to right about here, you're just going to walk forward and the bees should spawn, and we're going to want to kill the bigger one first. And there we go, we got a legendary drop. And once you've taken out the bigger bee and all the small ones die with it, you're gonna want to turn around, come down the mountain right about here, and we're just gonna jump off this cliff. We're gonna jump off this cliff, and once we get about to right here, now we can UFO our way back up. Once we get back up to the top here, the bee should spawn back. And there we go, we have another legendary drop that just dropped over there. You could pretty much do the same thing you did at the Solitary Sands, albeit the White Frontier farming method is a little bit more difficult because you've got a lot more enemies to fight. You've got even there was an air unit around here that I killed earlier, but there's a lot more enemies that you have to take out that are really high level. But these are the two spots that you can do your farming, and it's pretty much the exact same thing, just rinse and repeat. Just go down the mountain, go a little ways down it, come back up, and farm the bees again. And you can do this until you're satisfied with the number of drops that you get. All right, everybody, and with all of that being said, I hope that today's video was both informative and entertaining for you all. I hope that I explained in good detail on the locations that you need to go to. I do hope that I gave you guys good information on a setup. But before we end the video, if you haven't already done so, be sure to hit the like button, the subscribe button, and share the video around, as it helps to grow this channel, and it also helps with the YouTube algorithm and to get it out to more people. And with that said, this brings me to the end, but I will catch you guys in the next one, and don't forget to be cool and stay awesome. I hope you all have a happy new year, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out and have a good one, everybody.